I hear ya, noisy little chits. These ones are always going on about this great treasure they hid. Think they have to shout since my ears aren't what they used to be, but I can hear just fine. I knew that would get your attention. I'm not the sort of woman who would lie, you know. Can't tell you where it is, not with all these little ones running around. They don't want it to be too easy for you. I can give you a hint, though. They say it's a place of buried ruins and lost hopes. And also stone arches. I've asked, and there's nothing poetic about the arches. The squirrels say they're not even that good for climbing on. I'm tired of the squirrels' annoying chatter. Still, these little creatures have been my loyal companions for a long time. I'd like to see someone else grow to respect their usefulness like I have. Don't let that one... I hear ya, noisy little chit.
Hail, Wayfarer. Another member of the Fighters Guild. A bit of good fortune at last. I need a steady sword arm to handle business in this Doom Vault. Pays good. Are you willing to help a brother in arms? You've seen these vaults, yes? We call them Doom Vaults. They're some artifice of the Flame Father Mehrunes Dagon. Our Hall Steward bid my comrade, Morgaine, and I explore this one. We expected to face cultists. What we found was a war. A host of scuttling Mephala spawn invaded the vault. I don't know how, but I do know why. They seek to take something from Dagon, a blasphemous device. We can't let either faction possess it, whatever it is. So, we destroy it. Will you help? Thank you, Wayfarer. I would fight at your side, but I fear one of those beasts poisoned me. I would only get in the way. My ally, Morgaine, carried a sending stone. If you can find her body, we can use the stone to communicate. Onsi guide you. It will take more than the prick of a spider kith's blade to fell Kud af Hadaja. Once this work is done, I'll seek out a healer in Gideon, but not before. Very little. It's a weapon, maybe? Or a device for summoning Daedric beasts? We heard Spiderkith whispering about it. About how powerful it is, and how it might aid Mephala in future schemes. They mentioned taking it back to the Skein in pieces. I don't think so. We found strange tools littered about. The kind of thing you'd find near a building site. Once you get inside, we can get a better sense of what exactly is going on, and how far they've gotten. It's difficult to explain. Morgaine and I expected to find Daedric halls and chambers, but there's much more. Vast caverns that look like they were pulled from Tamriel itself. And I can't say for certain, but I think we entered another realm. Yes, a canyon of fire and stone. If I didn't know any better, I'd say we entered the realm of Dagon himself. This Doom Vault it's a place between places. I can't explain it. You'll see what I mean when you go inside. Killed by Daedra. We tried to learn all we could about the device, but traveled too far into the vault. A spider Daedra discovered us as we tried to escape. I smashed the beast's head in, but not before a horde of spiders sucked Morgaine bone dry. Yes, that's what we call them, anyway. They're magic trinkets that let us speak at a distance. We found a pair of them in an Aldmer crypt back on Somerset Isle. I don't much care for magic, personally, but these stones are too useful to pass up. Like I said, I'm no mage, but if you grip one of the stones in your palm, you can see the person who holds the other. What's more, you can see what's around them. If you find Morgaine's stone, I can help you investigate the vault. There you are. I'm glad you managed to make that stone work. Search the vault for any sign of this machine. If you find anything, use the stone to contact me. Onsi guide you, comrade. Matches what we found deeper in the ruins. You've picked up the trail for sure. Keep looking. Those Dagon beasts dragged something out of here in a hurry. Keep going. The machine must be nearby. kind of profane forge? I can't let them finish building this thing. Hurry! Welcome back, comrade. Did you destroy the machine? Good. Good. I couldn't leave until I knew. You did well, comrade. Better than Morgaine and I, at any rate. You would have liked her, I think. Here's your pay. The Fighters Guild and all of Blackwood, thank you for your efforts. I think I'll just sit here for a bit longer. I'd say we earned a sit-down. Eh, comrade? I'm fine, Wayfarer. Fine. Just a little winded is all. I'll make my way to Gideon soon. Yes, I'm sure. Take care of yourself, comrade. And if anyone asks you what happened here, you tell them that Morgaine and Kud Af-Hadaja did their duty. Do that for me, all right? Morgaine and I were new to Blackwood. This was the only one we encountered. But people in Leyawen insisted there are more. Some craft of the Longhouse Emperors. if more exist, I hope you do the same to them. I couldn't say. Dagon wants to kill us all, right? Grandi Bramia used to tell me stories about great red siegecraft, dragged by giants with lava for blood. Never thought Mephala had an interest in conquest. But who knows? No one ever makes just one of anything. I hope this was the last of these machines, but you need to keep your eyes fixed on this. Don't forget what you saw in there.
Leave it to an outsider to bring a curse down upon a sacred shrine. Hail, Dryskin. Not sure where your feet are taking you, but if it's to the shrine down the road, I suggest you reconsider. Niswo Somars has had more than enough trouble with outsiders for one day. Now, I don't know any details, but I heard that a visiting explorer and her manservant did something terrible inside the local Zanmir. Unleashed a curse, or so I heard. Now the High Priest, Niswo Somars, wants the woman to make it right. Calls herself Lady Clarice Larant, and her manservant's name is Stibbons, though they say he is not in good shape. If she's actually going to break the curse, she'll need help. But no one will go near her while the curse infests the Zanmir. You must have more time on your claws than I do. Plus, it's mighty brave of you to go up against an ancient Argonian curse. Well, if you really want to help this Lady Larant, you can find her near the shrine. It isn't too far from here. What's to tell? Argonian curses are nothing to take lightly, especially curses related to the ancient Zanmirs. So as soon as I heard about it, I vacated the area with all due haste. Niswo Somars oversees the Glenbridge Shrine. The place is dedicated to Sithis and attracts Argonians from far and wide. Outsiders too, for some reason. Maybe it's the Zanmir. There's one of those stone monstrosities close to the shrine. You know, those great stone step pyramids that rise out of the Black Marsh swamps. Our misguided ancestors built them for some reason. The one near Glenbridge has always been a curiosity and was relatively safe to explore. Until the curse, that is. Just keep following the road. If you see a Zanmir, you're going in the right direction. And eventually, you'll hear Lady Laurent. She's rather loud as far as dry skins go.
The claw that spills the jub bile must be the one to sop it, dry skin. Heed the words and tend to this matter.
Riddles? Really? Not helpful, priest. Not helpful at all. A familiar face, thank the stars. I seem to remember you providing assistance the last time Stibbins made a mess of things. Or was it the time before? No matter. You're here now, and I am more than willing to compensate you for your time. Ah, the kind my manservant Stibbins excels at, I assure you. I was studying the local Zanmir, and once again assumed that Stibbins would prove to be at least somewhat helpful. Instead, the clumsy oaf managed to break an ancient Argonian relic. The kind that comes with a terrible curse, and has the locals all in a tither. Niswo Somars is very cross with me. She insists I return to the Zanmir and set things right. And Stibbins isn't any help, not in his current state. Will you assist me? Removing curses is never an easy endeavor. And with Stibbins in his current state, well, you should see for yourself. The priest graciously provided a hut where I could store the results of my manservant's latest debacle. We can start there. I hardly have the words to do it justice. The hut isn't far away. Meet me there, and you can see for yourself what a terrible mess my manservant has made of things this time. As an adventurer and treasure hunter, ancient structures such as this are my bread and butter. These Argonian pyramids exist as historical curiosities, a glimpse into a long-ago age. All reports indicated that this location was safe and intact. Most assuredly, safe means few dangers to deal with, and intact, well, intact ancient structures often contain the most remarkable treasures. It was the perfect site to explore, before my manservant went and bungled the basket, as it were. What exactly are you implying, The fact that we share a certain degree of familiarity doesn't give you cause to be rude. Still, I see your point. Let's just say that where Stibbins is concerned, every day includes a modicum of trouble. To think, I only had a single Stibbins to deal with when the day began. Oh, you see what I'm dealing with? How can I return to the Zanmir and set things right when I have my hands full simply keeping all these Stibbinses under control? No, that would be ridiculous. My Stibbins, the real Stibbins, is still mucking about in the Zanmir. That's where I left him after he triggered this curse. I went to get help when one of these duplicates followed me to the shrine. Obviously. They just keep coming. From the Zanmir, it's some sort of side effect of the curse. The priest of the shrine insists that an outsider caused this, so an outsider needs to fix it. Now we... Oh, bother! There were 7 Stibbinses last time I checked, but now there are only 6. One of the duplicates is missing. They don't listen any better than the real Stibbins. Will you find it and bring it back here? I'll try to keep the rest contained. Thankfully, these duplicates lack even Stibbins' pitiful amount of drive and coordination. It shouldn't have wandered very far.
Once you find it, you need to induce it to return. Try mentioning my name. They seem attracted to me for some odd reason. Don't we all? I'll tell you what I can, but much of what's happening is a mystery to me as well. Probably because I haven't had my afternoon tea yet. Stupid manservant. I'm only certain about what they are not. They aren't illusions, and they aren't exact copies of Stibbons. They could be constructs of some kind. They don't eat, drink, or sleep. But a construct of Stibbons, and a poor copy at that. Whatever for. I have no special insight into the minds of these things. About the only thing they seem the least bit interested in is, well, me. And no, I have absolutely no idea why that may be. Please, I'm sure Stibbons is just dithering about somewhere in the Zonmere without a care in the world. Any excuse to get out of a day's work. He is by far the laziest, most infuriating manservant in all of Tamriel. So far, there are the 6 you see here, and the one I need you to locate. Each of these emerged from the Zonmere after an interval of time. I expect that if we do nothing, more will appear. But trust me, one Stibbons is more than enough.